for work or to apply for work permit?
No, es
Oh.
Looks really cool. No, it's always not hiring here. Get coming in, it should be on the
You have anything about a wellness program up here? Oh yeah, right here.
Where can I have home internet access?
Oh, I mean, actually,
Cool. Just for
I think I'm
$10
gonna
a
do
month?
this.
cool.
That's so
I
cool.
want something like that.
Oh man, it's almost time to go to work. I gotta go get money and be able to pay my bills, but I have so much homework.
Hello everyone out there watching. Welcome to another TV show. I'm Miguel from YouthLine, and in today's TV show we're going to have a special guest. It is Easy, and he's the case manager here at Chalk. And as you saw in the previous videos, we are going to talk about unprivileged slash undocumented youth who struggles in attending school, attending college, paying for it, and struggles in finding good opportunities to enhance their academic path. And also at the end of this video, we'll provide some good resources because we believe that young people can do anything with the appropriate amount of training and support.
We have the honor to talk slash ask questions to someone who has a broader knowledge and working with youth and helping them. So, and he's here.
My name is Israel Salgado. Most of my clients know me by Izzy though. For if any of you ever decide to come and pay us a visit here at Chalk.
Yeah, that would be cool. So now let's start with asking you some questions and we'll see. So the first one is, how long you've been working with youth?
I've been working with youth for well over a decade actually. I started working with youth when I was a youth actually. It was when I was 18 years old. I'm now 31 going on to 32 and I'm still working with youth.
Wow. So you were 18, you were working with youth? Mm-hmm. So you're being a youth, helping youth? Yeah. Wow, that's awesome. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, so the next one is, what inspires you or keep pushing you to working with youth and helping them out?
I guess at first it was more of a selfish reason, if anything. I grew up as an immigrant, so I moved here when I was 4. Was raised. I didn't have all the opportunities that all of my friends and other classmates had, so I had to very much work. It made me very angry because nothing can infuriate you more than getting straight A's, being the top of your class, but then not being able to do a lot of these things because of the barriers that you had, that I had. So when I finally graduated high school, I decided to volunteer at a local elementary school working with 6th graders who were predisposed to suicidal ideations. Come to find out that I was actually good at it because I understood what they were going through, the anger, the barriers, all those complicated emotions. Because I had them myself growing up, I was able to connect with them on a much different level than a lot of the teachers and other counselors were, who only had, knowledge of this from school. And it also did help that I tended to work with POC primarily, so when they saw someone that looked like them, they were that much more open to interacting with me.
Okay. Yeah, I totally agree with you because, that happens to me as well. I don't open up to a lot of people about my stuff and anything, but yeah, I think you're good at it because you're the first person I open up with and I talk about my life a little bit. And yeah, I think the youth need someone to look up and feel related, because in my school also there were a lot of young people that were involved in gangs and everything, and they didn't talk to anyone, or they would feel rude and everything. So I think we and another friend, I think the teachers asked us to go and talk with them, and they feel related with us and they open up with us, maybe because we understand them and they feel related. So we try to help that special group. I think was ninth grade because they were like a totally mess. Like literally, teachers were like, we cannot with them. So they come with us. They like, you guys might. They might see you as a role model or something. So please, yeah, we talk with them and they see they improve a little bit. So they help us. So I think. Well, they thank us though, and they were like, "Oh, thank you, appreciate it." So I think I agree with you saying that youth people need someone like to feel related with, and that's cool. So the next question will be, what do you think is the biggest struggle with youth, like working with them?
Um, I guess the biggest struggle with them um, is knowing that they have a lot of adults in their life, and they're very much youth. A lot of youth are usually, especially the ones that I work with, they're used to that revolving door of individuals coming in and saying that they're going to help them, and then leaving within a few months, leaving within a year, right when they're starting to get comfortable. So getting past that first initial barrier is probably the biggest hurdle that I as a professional have to go through, and just understanding that this is kind of the reality of this profession.
Yeah.
That there's a lot of turnover. There's a lot of people that they want to, but that things get in the way. Whether it's life, whether it's other commitments, education. Um, so for me, I try my best to stay as long as I can in any position that I stay with, and try to make as big of an impact as I can, so that they understand that even if I leave, I'm not gonna just suddenly disappear. I still have students that I helped back when I was 20 years old. They have my contact. They reach out to me. They give me updates on their life. I have one of them who just got accepted to UC Irvine, and he was so excited that he had to call me, and he was just like, I got in. I'm starting to learn a lot more about videography or whatever. I don't remember what it was. I just know that it involved video. And he got his own little camera drone, and I've been seeing his videos. He's been going around up and down California, just making videos, and he's so excited about it. But one thing he always thanks me is that he's like, I kind of like the fact that you never kind of gave up on me. You were that annoying person that sat next to me and made me do my math homework, because otherwise I was not going to do it. But because I did it, I got into the program that I wanted now that I'm 21 years old and actually, want to do something.
Well, yeah, that's cool. I think that shows how good you are at doing your job, because there's still people that calls you and thanks you. I think every youth should have one person like that, that always supporting him and help him. And after he achieves his things, he's like, oh, okay, thank you so much, appreciate it. You were there for me when no one else was. And also, I want to appreciate him here too, because he helps me too, because I don't have anyone to talk to or something, and he's like, I'm here always, so if you need to talk something about it. So that's why I want to thank you here in the TV show and appreciate you, because you are the only one who I can open up and talk to someone about me. So the next question would be, what are the main reasons why youth do not follow their dreams or academic path? What is stopping them from doing it?
I think it's a mixture of things. Some of them just don't think it's possible, especially a lot of the immigrant youth that I help. It doesn't seem like an achievable goal to them, because there are a lot of barriers. There are a lot of things that they don't have access to, and like money, transportation. There are a lot of things, and it does make it hard, especially with you, even with undocumented, if any of them. There's usually some kind of barrier, and unless they have that extra support, a lot of them just feel like it's hopeless. What's the point?
Yeah.
I've heard that in all the years that I've worked in this field. That's usually the biggest thing I hear. What's the point? Because for me, I'm not. I'm pretty sure you can vouch for this. I'm very blunt about a lot of things.
Yeah.
because I don't think I don't think I'm doing any of you a service by sugarcoating the reality. So when a youth starts feeling, what's the point? They don't do that extra work.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm the first to say that if you want something, you have to work for it.
Yeah, for sure.
Being a student, an immigrant student, I had to work 3 jobs just to get my AA and then get accepted to a 4-year college. And
Wow.
after that, I still had to figure out how to get a car, move my butt over here to Northern California, find a place to live. Like, I hustled.
Yeah.
And there were days where I can tell you as much as confident as I hear now, there were days where I was in my room by myself, probably crying my eyes out because it was hard. I was hungry, I was cold, I wasn't living the way that I want to be living, but at the same time, I really wanted that degree. I really wanted that profession. I wanted to get into social work. I wanted to help people and have that title.
Yeah. I think that what a youth needs is like a purpose, as you say, that you really wanted. And I think that was the explanation for you that pulled you through all the hardest things that you went through, that you were hungry and everything. Because also I have some of my friends too. I tag with them and they're like, "Oh, look at you! You are going to college and everything," and not me. I'm like, "It's because you don't want to or something, or maybe you want something else." And they're like, as you said, "Yeah, like what's the point? Like why should I do it?" Like, and also like it really touched me when you said that it is impossible. Because yeah, some of my friends even told me like, "Oh no, that's impossible to get this job or to be this or to be that." And also, I think it depends. Well, I think personally, I think it informs me because of my family, how they raised me, and my grandma. Because my grandma always used to tell me, just get a job, like a secure job, and I don't know, save money, buy your little house and your little car. So she didn't even tell me like go to do whatever you want. It is possible, everything. She just was like that, like go get your little house and your little car, and that's it. Like you have your life figured out. And I grew up like that until I came here. So that's one of the things that I'm thankful for being here, because being here, like I don't know, opens my mind to like I am capable to do more things and to reach the impossible if I wanted to. So I think like youth needs that motivation and that purpose in their lives to go through hardships and everything. But yeah, I think that's a cool thing.
Piggybacking on that part though, I can harp this enough. I know I'm Latino, so I'm supposed to be very much in the family like unit kind of like mindset usually. Another thing that always happens with youth is they focus on what their family wants of them, and that sometimes doesn't feed their own dreams and goals.
Mhm.
Because, like for example, my parents wanted me to be a doctor. My parents wanted me to be a doctor, but I could not handle needles. I could not handle, you know, taking blood from somebody or help or doing any of that stuff. So I never wanted that. I never wanted to go for that. And a lot of youth that I have worked with usually have that like mindset. My dad wants me to do this. My mom wants me to do that. They've always told me to do this and that.
Yeah, like accounting things.
Oh,
So she was like that for
accounting.
a small company, and her dad was like, do it, do it. And she was like, oh, I don't like it, but okay, I'm gonna do it for you because you're my dad. I'm gonna make you proud and everything and make you happy. So she went to doing that. And yeah, she didn't like it. She also was like stressing out and everything. So she came here and there she was speaking. She told us, don't you ever do something like for me or because I want you to be this. Don't do it. Do it what you want. So I think with her, she learned the lesson. She don't do it to us, fortunately. So yeah, but yeah, that happens a lot. So the other question is, what is like for you like the best way to help the youth? Or what are some things that you have done with the youth and it's like, oh, this works or this helps them a lot?
How to communicate with them?
Yeah, communicating with them. Yeah, approaching to them because sometimes it's hard to talk with them and make them open up. So
Never come across like you know more than me do.
yeah.
Is probably my biggest advice when working with youth if anybody ever decides to go into this. My mentor always told me that you never approach a youth thinking you're high and mighty and you have all the answers. Because quite honestly, most adults don't have all the answers. We just have experience.
Yeah.
So that's experience doesn't always equate to answers. We just have it's just a lot more things to draw off of to come to an answer. So when you approach a youth and you want to build that connection, coming to them and meeting them where they are is always a lot better, because then there's less hostility, there's less what's the word I'm looking for? Babying, I guess. And then you start to work together rather than you kind of like pulling them along. You start to learn a little bit more about what makes them tick, what's the best avenue for them, because no youth is the same. Every youth is going to follow a very different path. I can tell one of my youth to do one thing that might work for them.
Yeah,
Like,
no problem.
go to a 4-year, go to a master's program and do this. That might not work for the youth. That would much rather work with their hands and learn hands-on stuff. So they should go to trade school and then maybe go into community college to learn an added skill. Go into a company and then make something else of themselves. Like
I think that resonates with me a lot. What you say, like they don't act like you know more than a youth. Because also my parents, my dad, especially my dad assumes that about me. Because sometimes I don't know, I don't feel like I don't have like a strong and good friendship with my dad. Because we don't talk about anything or something. Sometimes we're just alone at home and we just pass by each other and don't say hey or nothing, just nothing like that. Or he's in his room and I'm in my room and that's it. So we don't talk. And yeah, he says that about me. He's like, oh, you think you know everything. Like, you think you know more than me. That's why you don't talk to me. Or you're like that because you feel like you know everything. And especially some of his friends also told me that, like, oh, why you're like that? You think you know more than I must, or you think you know everything because you're like that. And that happens at that age. And honestly, I have never felt that way. Like, I know everything because I know adults, as you say, they have more experience, and that experience like makes you like you know more things, so you have lived more, and that makes it that you know more things about the youth, or maybe you went through a lot more, and that makes you like stronger and mentally strong and everything. So yeah, I have never felt that way, but yeah, that's true. Because if you go with someone, even not a youth, but with someone acting like you know more than them, yes, it's like, automatically you won't like them, or they won't like you. They will be like, oh, that's not cool, or something like that. Especially youth, that yeah, if you go like you know more than youth, yeah, youth won't be like, okay, even will like you, and they won't talk to you about anything. But yeah, I think that's one of the good things that you do, like, and yeah, that's what I noticed it when we talk on the meetings things. You just stay quiet and listen, and that's what most people need sometimes. They're just listening. That's cool. So, easy. Now is the last question. So, would you please provide for me and for the youth that is watching us some resources, like the most important for you, some good resources about educational, workspace, some of them? Yep.
Well, there are various resources throughout there so that you can take advantage of. Like we can talk education and career wise. There's Success Center. They're great resources, especially if you are not able to finish your GED and get your high school diploma. They work with you. They also work with the incarcerated, formerly released and incarcerated. They have various like trade programs as well, like if you want to learn carpentry and whatnot. They'll work with you. It's sort of like a continuation school, but not as much, since they do assist you with job placement, similar to how CHOP here, but we just don't have that GED program. There's Latino task force if there's anybody who needs like legal assistance immigration wise. They also provide support with various other barriers like like if you need help with groceries, rent assistance. They also have programs for that type of stuff. There's Huckleberry House for if any of you are ever having difficulties at home and they need a safe place to like kind of like crash for the night and while things like cool off at home, whether it be domestic violence or there's just like quarrels going on at home, whatnot, and they feel unsafe. It is a safe place to go. You can't stay there long term, but it's always an avenue. There's a Larkin, Lyric. Those are also great resources to reach out to if you're ever feeling that you need that extra support. Huckleberry Youth Programs also has a clinic over in the Cape where you can go if you ever need some medical assistance. They can't help you like with everything, but like more minor stuff and anything regarding like sexual health, they are more than willing to help you out with it. They also have a mental health like department where there is a therapist on staff at the location. If you get into that program, you're able to go and meet with them like at least like once a month or something like that. Let's see. I believe it's like a 211 hotline. You can also call them. They also provide you assistance with housing and whatnot. Let me think. That's all I have off the top of my head right now, but I will provide you with all any resources so you can post them up for any youth that want to. You can always give us a call, to be honest. I'm more than happy to help anybody that wants a phone number, any kind of contact resource.
Yes.
My colleague Beatrice also has a lot more stuff, education and career wise, that she would be more than happy to provide for any youth. We're here to help, and I enjoy helping.
Okay, so now you listen to Easy. So there are some good resources that you can check it out, and I will drop out some of them on the description of this video. I'm gonna add some links and the names of the resources, the phone numbers, so you guys can check it out. If you know someone who needs the help, or even you, that would be pretty cool. So thank you, Easy, for coming up. And I know you have a busy schedule and everything, and you still make time for this TV show and helping the youth. So I really appreciate it a lot. And yep. Okay, that's good.
Okay, thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. And I think this is an important topic to talk about and raise awareness so we can keep supporting our youth so they can succeed. And also I will drop out some links about financial aid, which is really important, such as the DREAM Act for undocumented youth, so that can help you to pay for tuition, and at the end of the semester it gives you some money back, so that's really helpful. And also there is FAFSA for those who have Social Security. And also another scholarship that is really good is called Promise Scholarships. That gives you $300 per semester, so you can pay for your student supplies, books, notebooks, pencils, anything you need. So that's really amazing. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And thank you.